Blessed are the poor in spirit, meaning those who see within themselves their spiritual bankruptcy, who see within themselves their spiritual destitution before God, who see their sinful condition, their sinful state, and their inability to fix or remedy their stance, their situation before God. Blessed are those, in other words, who see all of that in themselves, who know all of that, and simply go before God. They go before the Father with their hands held out, holding nothing, in poverty, and pleading and begging for mercy. That is what makes for blessedness, friends, simply because that is what makes for salvation, for justification. They are poor. God will make them rich. Their cup is empty. God will fill it. Friends, it is not those who go to God with their head held high, thinking so highly of themselves, thinking of their own greatness, their own virtue, their own goodness, that will find the blessing of heaven. But rather it is those who consider themselves as nothing before God and in need of everything. See, while the prideful and the self-righteous say, I am good, I am good, I am virtuous, I have all that I need within myself. Those who are poor in spirit say the opposite. Those who are poor in spirit say, Lord, you are my only good. You are my only good. I have no good apart from you. I am not enough. I need your grace. I need your mercy. I need your love. I need your power. I need your spirit. Far blessed, Jesus says, are not the self-righteous, not the self-sufficient, not the prideful. Blessed are the poor in spirit and the mourning. They will inherit the kingdom. They will be comforted. They come with nothing, and they will be the ones who leave with everything. They come with their heads cast down. They will be the ones who have their heads lifted up. They come mourning. They will enter into the kingdom of heaven in rejoicing. Blessing, it will be they who inherit the earth. Not the mighty who exalted themselves always above others, but the meek and lowly who counted others greater than themselves. Those who were gentle with others as God was gentle with them. It will not be those who are first according to worldly standards, but the last. Not the one who was served, but the one who served. Because that is a heart after God's own heart. That is a demonstration that the Spirit of God is living in them. Another. We started with the poor in spirit who recognize their own state. Right? They then mourn it. They are humbled by it. They are made meek because they are laid low before God. And then they hunger. They thirst. They crave insatiably for righteousness. And not a righteousness of their own, but one that comes from heaven, one that comes from God. They crave the righteousness of Christ to atone for their sins, to be justified before the Lord. And then after having received that, being covered in Christ, they continue to hunger for it. They continue to thirst for it within themselves. They continue to strive and want and desire and crave to be made perfect before the Lord. After receiving the salvation of Christ and the justification, they long then to do what is good. They long to do what is right, what is conformed to the will of God. See, the sinner's plea begins as the tax collector. Have mercy on me, Lord, a sinner. Cover me with your perfect righteousness. Atone for my sins. But it doesn't stop there. It continues then with, Lord, make me holy. Make me righteous. We ask ourselves, does our sin cause us to mourn? Do we find sin in our lives so displeasing, and do we take pleasure in pleasing God? Do we delight in doing good? Do we truly find joy in pursuing holiness? Do we hunger and thirst for righteousness, to be made more and more conformed into the will of God and into Christ's likeness? Have we emptied ourselves before God so that we can be truly made full?